Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Kim Say doing another segment of Victory Sunday, Victory Sundays. And on Victory Sunday, I like to talk about football, basketball, baseball, and even hockey. Because if you know anything about me, I love sports. And this is my opportunity to give you the most raw and uncut filtered version of me. And if you've been living on either rock lately, y'all, I just want to talk about this on the sympathy side. Unfortunately, Marshawn Keelan, if I'm saying that correctly, I actually did shoot a video of him previously before, but unfortunately, Marshawn Keelan, he actually discovered that he had CTE in his brain, and this is unfortunate news because like over like the past few weeks we had the CJ2K Chris Johnson news come out, and now we have this news come out with the CTE from Marshawn Keelan, man. It's just an unfortunate situation because like when they say like football, you really like sign up for this, and like there's a high risk of getting hurt, and like this is what we're talking about. Like this game is dangerous, like not just only for the short term, but for the long term effect. If I'm not mistaken, Marshall Keelan didn't even play that many years in the NFL, and he had CTE. So there's no telling how long he had CTE, and it's just unfortunate just to find out that another young brother like was just dealing with this, and it's like you hear about stories about players having CTE, and it's like even not even at a younger age, like when they find out, like after someone passes away, like from playing football for a long period of time, that CTE is being diagnosed with these young guys at an early age after after they donate their brain and stuff. So it's just unfortunate, man. Like I wish we can make a way for football to be a safer sport, but it's just a dangerous sport. It's a high risk, high reward sport, and it just sucks to see that this occurred. That how his life ended and everything else. But I just wanted to shed light on that. And on to another note, y'all, if you've been living under a rock lately, because I want to talk a little bit more, I want to get a little bit more positive, y'all. But if you've been living under a rock lately, and this is not so much positive for the USFA, but the USFA soccer team, they actually lost to Belgium 4-1 in the knockout stage, I believe, in the round of 16 to Belgium. Like I said, 4-1. I think Belgium is like the top 10 team in the World Cup or something like that, in FIFA, and top 10 nations or whatever. And you could just tell, man. Like I didn't watch the whole game because I'll be honest with you, I've been barely watching the World Cup. But I have been watching clips and I've been watching a little bit of it. And when I watched a little bit of this game, you can kind of tell, like from just a talent standpoint, Belgium was better, and Belgium not even the top team. Matter of fact, like I said, I shoot this video on Fridays, and I actually seen that they lost to Spain 2-1. But yeah, like I said, you could just tell like U.S. wasn't even on the same, wasn't on the, wasn't the talent level on the same page. It's just the same as like yo, football. I'm saying that football is not an American sport, y'all. We just got to be realistic. Like our best athletes are not going out there playing soccer or football just because it's just like it's not what we do. And I'm not saying in a negative way, but it's just like if we want to be the best team at soccer or football, we gotta put our best athletes out there, and that's not happening. So like being honest with you, you kind of could just tell like yo, like I said, it's not a priority sport in the US of A. Like it's a sport that like people enjoy playing, but it's not a sport that that Americans we thrive at. And so that is what it is. And I will say this, y'all, if y'all ask me what's my the two teams I think is gonna make it, even though I'm not a big fan of football and I don't watch it that much. But what I will say is this: and I'm not even sure about how they got the brackets laid out. But if you tell me the best matchup that I do want to see is France versus Spain, I'm just leave it at that, just because, like I said, I don't watch football. But on to the last note: if you've been living on the rock lately, man, the NBA they opened up with the summer league with a hot one, y'all. Now I know like the summer league last week, they had some games last week, but that's bush league mess. Like, cause the real summer league is in Vegas, where all the action goes on in the curve. And man, you got to see, if you've been living in rock lately, man, you get to see AJ DeBonza play against Peterson. And man, that was a great matchup. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the fact that both of them guys was going at one another, and they didn't, and they was just pure dogs, man. Like you gotta like something like that, like the number one pick and the number two pick. Like they put it on a show. Like yes, the game, yes, they didn't have the greatest numbers as far as like like efficiency, but it's hard to have those type of efficient numbers in the summer league just because of the fact that like one, these other guys they're playing for their life. Two, they're playing prison ball. Like if you see the games, like damn, there was times you like, yo, that's a foul, and dude, they won't call him the foul. They'll just let him hack the hell out of them. So like even if you just put it like that, like yeah, they still put on the show. Like hell, AJ DeBonza had a crazy dunk. Now Peterson had 24, but technically he only had 21 because that last shot don't count. He just did that shit for numbers. But outside of that, yo, them dudes put on an amazing show. And then I'm just impressed by the rookie class itself, man. Like I said, even though I seen the Bush League, Summer League games, but what's the third pick? Boozer. Boozer had a few good games last week. My boy Aka, his numbers wasn't efficient, but like I said, it's some league, but he was still putting up 20 points and 6 assists and stuff like that. So they've been looking pretty good. Like this rookie class, I'm impressed so far. And so like I'm gonna keep my eye on this on these guys. I'm gonna watch the summer league some more just because like it's either watch the World Cup or watch the summer league. And me, if you know me, I like sports, but I like basketball more. So I'm watching summer league. And that's for slight bonus topic. The Toronto Raptors right now they're putting the trade with Kawhi Leonard on pause right now. They just want to wait for the investigation just to see what's going on. I don't blame them. Like yo, like this dude might, you know what I'm saying, get suspended for the whole season or get suspended for an extended part of the season. He might want some capital back. So it's like that's just my opinion on it. I ain't gonna talk about it too much just because I want to see what's the end result's gonna be, and then I'll talk more about it. But with all of this being said, y'all, this is Kevin Slice and out this bitch.